Hi everybody. Today I'm in the mood to play in my art journal and use the gel plate. I just have my Small Dilutions art journal. This one is, let's see, 5.5 by 8.5. Oh, the pages are 5 by 8. And I think I'm going to do a double page spread. So I have my 5 by 7 gel plate, and I have it mounted to a Joggles 8 by 8 acrylic block. And this is great because it allows me to use my gel plate as a stamp. How awesome is that? And even if you don't want to use it as a stamp, it's just nice to have your gel plate mounted to something. So these are great. I love them. So with my gel plate today, I have chosen to use some Marabou Aqua inks. I have a yellow, a bright green, and a magenta. And then in an Amsterdam acrylic ink, I have a very light pink, and in Liquitex ink I have a deep purple. So I have no plan. I'm just gonna play. So to start out, I want to get some ink on my background, and I don't want it to cover the entire plate. So I'm going to take my lightest color first. I'm going to see if I can find a dropper. So I think this is the easiest way to get some on my gel plate without making too much of a mess. So I'm just using an eyedropper. I'm going to get some ink out there. And this is going to happen because of the medium it is. So just learn to embrace it. And I'm going to wet my pages. And actually, I'm not going to apply more ink. I'm just going to blot this again. I'm going to give this a light dry. It's not completely dry. I just wanted it dry in most areas. I'm okay with it blending. I still have yellow ink. So I'm going to take a baby wipe and clean off my gel plate and my brayer. Now I just put my eyedropper, I got some water in it, swished it, and then let it out again. I'm not sure if I got it all, but it's an art journal page, so I'm not too worried. Now I'm going in with the light green, just giving it a little stir. Pick a little up. This time I don't think I'm going to brayer it. I'm just going to Just going to wet the gel plate in the ink and see what we get from that. Give it a shake. Shaking some on there. I'm just getting any that's left in my dropper and splattering it. Okay, now I'm going to dry this a little. There's still some wet, so I'm just taking a paper towel roll and dabbing up the extra water. Now I'm going to try something. I haven't tried this before. I'm taking a Joggles stencil. It's created by Elizabeth St. Hilaire, Klimt. So what I'm going to try and do, like I said, I may totally wreck this, I'm not sure, but I'm going to lay my stencil down on my book. I'm going to move that to the side. And take my gel plate and cross my fingers I don't wreck it. But I'm going to go in with the light pink and the Amsterdam acrylic ink. And this one I am going to brayer. And I'm going to get it ready. So I have it in my hand and I'm going to brayer it right away because the more time that passes, you see it breaks up and I may already be too late. And then I'm going to push down and I'm hoping that it'll get in between the stencil. And we're not going to get a perfect image. That is quite okay. Because as you know, I don't like perfect. And actually I'm going to take this off the acrylic block for a minute because I don't want it to be so solid. There we go. I'm going to take this and roll it over and see. So we have that, and there's still a little bit left on the gel plate. There we go. So you can see the pattern of the stencil. And then you have some of the outline. I like that. I don't think that got ruined at all. Okay, I want to add just little bits of a darker pink. So I'm going to go in with the magenta. First I'm going to clean my dropper. I don't want a lot. And I think how I'm going to do this one, I'm going to spray my page, just actually helping it lay flat again. And I'm going to just pounce. I'm not getting anything perfect. It's just blending out the dark magenta. Let's see if any splatters will come off if I wet it some more. May not have enough. And got some more splatters. Going to go in with a bit more dark and turn it this way because I don't want to wreck that. I'm going to try and get some. I'm just going lightly because I don't want to get a harsh line. There we go. Maybe a little up in this corner. Now I'm going to let this dry. So we'll end part one here with our background well started, like pretty much done. I'm just going to let this dry on its own because I feel like it creates, it's just nice when it dries on its own. It's like you get almost an outline where the edge of the ink is, and I don't know, it's just something different about the way it looks when you let things dry on its own versus when you heat dry it. So I've done a little heat drying, and now I'm going to let the rest dry naturally, and then we'll come back in part two and add more to our background and finish our journal spread.